Share Facebook, tweet, Pinterest, email. Scott Speed, who has one of the most interesting career trajectories of anyone to ever pilot a race car, qualified 27th out of 44 entries at Tennessee's Bristol Motor Speedway in March 2013. He was getting ready to do battle in the NASCAR Cup Food City 500, well, maybe not battle. More like survive. Speed, the first American driver to race in Formula One since Michael Andretti in 1993, had left open-wheel racing for stock car racing. Things were not going well. He was driving for the chronically underfunded Levine family racing NASCAR team. In the Food City 500, Speed ran 184 of the 500 laps before retiring in 40th place with electrical problems. NASCAR wrote the team a check for $75,700, and it was on to the next race. But something happened earlier that day that changed Speed's life. A stranger named Colin Dine walked up to Speed as he was standing on the grid prior to the race and asked if he'd be interested in driving a rallycross car in the 10th Games Brazil the next month. Yeah, Speed told him. "I'll race anything." After the Bristol race, I YouTubed rallycross, and I thought, what the hell was I thinking? There was a huge jump, and half the race was on dirt, half on tarmac. That long, tall tabletop jump really got Speed's attention. In my racing career, I had never been asked to drive up real fast to a dirt wall. The first time he approached the jump, he swerved at the last minute. Once he got the hang of it, he stunned the sport by winning a gold medal in his very first race, beating Travis Pastrana, Ken Block, Buddy Rice and Tanner Faust, then the reigning global rallycross champion. Speed finished out the abbreviated 13 Cup season for LFR, actually scoring a 9th at Talladega, then left NASCAR behind, having run a total of 118 Cup races. Dine, an investor known for developing the William Rost fashion line, contributed heavily to global rallycross. He became the CEO at the end of 2012 and lured Speed to GRC after his triumph in Brazil. Speed ran 9 Red Bull Global Rallycross races in 2013 for Andretti Autosport, 10 in 2014 and the full season since. He won the 2015 and 2016 championships, and he's second in the 2017 standings behind teammate Faust. This is definitely an older, arguably wiser Scott Speed, who is known for being, shall we say, opinionated, especially during his time in Formula One. That began in 2005 as a test driver for Red Bull Racing, then as a full-time driver for the Red Bull-affiliated Toro Rosso team in 2006 and 2007. He ran 18 races in 2006 and 10 in 2007 before getting yanked out of the seat by team principal Franz Tost, following a physical altercation between the two after Tost accused Speed of wrecking on purpose at the soggy European Grand Prix. Speed had earned a reputation, deserved or not, as a bad boy. He was once fined $5,000 for a comment he made to driver David Coulthard. The comment simply, "FK off," according to Speed. Once the Toro Rosso deal was over, Speed thought long and hard about the emotional and physical investment he had made racing in lesser series overseas, fighting his way up through British F3, Formula Renault, Asian Formula Renault, GP2 and A1 Grand Prix. "I had another Formula One contract on my desk," Speed recalls, "but I was done. I was ready to go home." Speed had won the Red Bull driver search in 2003, and the energy drink manufacturer still had a strong relationship with him. He was hired to drive for the new Red Bull Toyota NASCAR Cup team. Though the Andretti VW team is now associated with the Rockstar energy drink, Speed doesn't hesitate to credit how much Red Bull did for him over the years. "Without them," he says, "I'd be somewhere fixing go-karts for a living." That said, his tenure with the Red Bull NASCAR Cup team was an unmitigated disaster. Eventually Red Bull left NASCAR with its proverbial tail between its legs, and the company's cancellation of Speed's contract caused him to file a $6.5 million lawsuit against his benefactor of 7 years. At age 34, he seems to have found a comfortable home at the winningest, fastest and best-funded Red Bull Global Rallycross team in the series, Volkswagen Andretti Rallycross. Often he and teammate Faust seem to be clubbing baby seals out on the track. There have been 7 races at 5 venues this season, and Speed and Faust, or Faust and Speed, have finished first and second 4 times. At least one of them has been on the podium in every race. For Speed, it's a great gig and a steady paycheck, but he remains interested in driving in other series when he can. A one-off ride in an Andretti Formula E car in Miami in 2015 earned him a stunning 2nd place his first time out. Had there been one more lap, he likely would have won. He's also run a few races in the VW-affiliated Audi TT Cup and Lamborghini Super Trofeo Series. He was especially complimented when, out of the blue, he was offered the Renault Formula E seat, vacated by points leader Sebastian Buemi, who had a commitment to race in the World Endurance Championship event overseas, at the New York City races in July. But his boss, Michael Andretti, nixed it because Andretti has a two-car team in the series. Speed understood but was a little disappointed, because that car can win races. It would have also given Formula E an American driver for the series' only appearance in America this season. Speed is pretty convincing when he says that global rallycross is enough, but he also admits to answering the phone. He'd like to do more races, but it has to be the right series, team and time. But you don't have to talk to Speed long before his passion emerges as he talks about his past adventures. A favorite story, his 2008 season in ACA, where Red Bull sent him to get some stock car experience before the move to NASCAR. Speed took to the full-bodied stock cars, as well as the wide variety of tracks ACA races on. He won 4 of the 21 races, with 10 top 5s, 18 top 10s. Surprisingly, perhaps even to Speed, he was leading the points when it came down to the final race in Toledo, Ohio. Future NASCAR drivers Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Justin Allgaier were second and third in points, respectively. Essentially all Speed had to do to win the title was get a decent finish, so he was cruising. Stenhouse came up behind me and bumped me. Then he bumped me again. I gave him the go-on-by wave, but he just kept bumping me. Soon, he bumped Speed into the wall, damaging the rear axle. There would be no season championship. Speed pitted. "Give me 4 fresh tires," he told the crew. NASCAR crew chief Slugger Labbe was the spotter. "It needs more than tires," Labbe said over the radio. "Just give me 4 tires," Speed said. The crew did. They put the tires on, and I went out there, and I waited for that motherfucker to come by, and I did not lift. Body slammed him right into the wall. It was one of the most satisfying moments of my career, my Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights moment. Went out in my ACA career, mic drop like a champion. It was great. Allgaier, whom Speed likes, won the championship. That was good, Speed says. Stenhouse, whom he does not, did not. And that was good. No regrets. It was ACA. It's not like that trophy is going on my mantle.